Hi guys, how are you all today morning? Good morning. Today is 12th August 2023. My name is TSV Raghavan and I live in Chennai, Tamil Nadu, India. This is my spiritual vlog on YouTube. Hardan, 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 Haribol, TRSV, Nectar, NECTAR, Nectar. In this particular vlog, in all my previous videos, we have been discussing about the knowledge and information that we have gleaned through the study of spiritual books, scriptures, contemplation on the material universe, and meditation on the spiritual universe. This particular video in this vlog is no exception to that rule. In fact, it is a mere continuation of what we have been doing in all my previous videos. Kindly subscribe to this vlog and press the bell icon so that I may keep reminding you of all my other videos. So let us continue with the topic of discussion for today's video. For the past few videos, we have been trying to analyze the importance of a term called focus in the psyche of a human living entity in this material world. We all know by now that initially we were all spiritual sparks, individual spiritual sparks who floated in the space for eternity before getting in touch with the material world. When we did so from spiritual spark, we became a raw spirit souls. This spirit soul, when it got in touch with the material world, was enveloped by the same material world with four layers of material body, being the first layer being causal intelligence of logic, second astral body of mind, feelings and emotions, the third body of etheric senses being sight, hearing, smell, taste, and touch, and the fourth being the gross body, which enveloped the complete three subtle bodies plus the spirit soul and became an identity for that particular spirit soul in that particular lifetime. When such a thing happened, the same spirit soul, which was now entrapped in four layers of material body, became known as a living entity. A living entity may or may not be human, but here we are talking about the human living entity. We also know that there are 4 lakhs or more species of human living entities in this material world. We all are one of them. Now, to continue with discussion, let me remind you that as living entities, we become a servant of God. We are not individuals or independent individuals who have come here to just enjoy life. 75% of the living human entities think they have come here only to celebrate this life and to enjoy it to the brim. Only 25% of the society realize that this is not true. They are actually servants of God who have come here to carry out some assignment or aim for the Supreme Personality of Godhead, either completely or as work in progress. It is not necessary that every living entity who has taken up an assignment may succeed in that assignment completely in one lifetime. It does not happen so. It actually happens according to various factors like the evolvement of the living entity, his or her maturity, intelligence, education, experience, etc. You may take up an assignment in one lifetime as a living entity, but you may not be able to complete it in that particular lifetime. However, this work in progress is carried over to your another lifetime. This goes on till you are able to complete that assignment properly. This assignment may be material or may be spiritual, but the real idea is that when you take up an assignment, you fall in love with that assignment so completely that it becomes an extension of yourself. Only then you can complete that assignment to the satisfaction of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Please remember, genius, electricity, money, assignments, etc. are very jealous mistresses. When you take them up, when you fall in love with them, you cannot distract yourself or you cannot afford to distract your attention towards any other thing or any other being. If you do so, you are not able to complete that assignment to the satisfaction of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In this process, we talked about focus. A focus on a bull's eye, which is the assignment, is absolutely necessary to carry out that assignment satisfactorily. Any distraction may lead you to haywire, chaos, and being unsuccessful in completing that particular assignment. In this process, we talked about several case histories of several individuals who focused on their assignment so completely that they came out in leaps and bounds and became living legends and icons in the eyes of this society. Today, we shall talk about another such individual living human entity to authenticate the importance of focus in the life and psyche of every human living entity. There is a province called Gurdaspur in the state of Punjab in India. This Gurdaspur falls on the eastern part of India, as a result of which it was, is, and will remain in India. It did not go to Pakistan after the partition in 1947. In this particular province of Gurdaspur, there lived a very successful, intelligent, and capable advocate called Pishori Mal. This Mr. Pishori Mal had four sons. Of these four sons, the third son was born on 26th September 1923. This boy was christened Devdas. Devdas Pishorimal Anand became the complete name of this particular boy. It is the case history of this particular boy that we are going to discuss in this particular case history in this video. When Devdas Pishoriman Anand was young, or he was just a child, one day his mother fell ill and then took to the bed. Before dying, this lady predicted that this boy, Devdas, will do wonders in whatever he does in this lifetime. This particular prediction was prolific and it was somewhat of a divine prediction. This boy grew up as an individual who was quite intelligent, well behaved, brooding, intellectual, educated, and bright. This boy did his schooling and graduation in Gurdaspur, and at the age of 18 or 19, he decided to join his elder brother Chetan Pishorimal Anand, who was already in Bombay and was trying to make it big in the thriving film industry in Bombay. Chetan Anand had such friends and college mates who later became legends themselves as Balraj Sahni and B.R. Chopra. Chetan Anand, Balraj Sahni, and B.R. Chopra graduated from the same college, and all the three gravitated to this thriving film industry. Soon after, at the age of 19 or 20, Dev Anand joined his elder brother in Bombay. Here he began his struggle to make it big in the film industry in Bombay. In that process, or during this process, he made friends with some everlasting friendships with human living entities called Guru Dutt, Kishore Kumar, Sunil Dutt, and Yash Chopra. Dev Anand became quite close to them. He was a contemporary of such stalwarts as Raj Kapoor and Dilip Kumar. Dev Anand was launched in the film industry as a hero when he was 24 with a film called Ek Ke Baad Ek. Devanand did this role very well, and the film became a hit and a milestone in the film industry. That was it. At that time, slowly but steadily, roles began pouring into Devanand's lap from all over the film industry by guys who are making different movies. Dev Anand signed many of such films, of whom several became hits. So much so that he, Raj Kapoor, and Dilip Kumar soon were called as a triumvirate, three power blocks in the film industry. One man, Mr. S. Mukherjee, was called the father of Bollywood or Bombay film industry, was once asked the difference between Dilip Kumar, Raj Kapoor, and Devanand. This man told the difference in one sentence. The sentence was, Dilip Kumar is the best actor in the film industry. Raj Kapoor is the best director in the film industry. And Dev Anand is the best producer in the film industry. Dev Anand, after acting in a couple of movies, joined with his brother and started his own banner for film making and film production called Now Ketan. This Now Ketan was headquartered in a place called Santa Cruz in the Bombay city. This Ketan began making several legendary films like Basi, CID, Guide, Tere Mere Sapne, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Johnny Johnny Mera Naam, and other such films. Many of these films were hits and they became milestones in the film industry. Meanwhile, Chetan Anand and Devanand's last brother Vijay Anand, also known as Goldie, joined them as a film director. This boy was also extraordinarily talented and he made several films for Navketan which became legends. One of those films is called Guide. Vijay Anand struck out on his own and he also made a film called Ram Balram. Devanand, the protagonist of this story, made friends with that B.R. Chopra, his elder brother's college mate, and his younger brother Yash Chopra, who was also a producer and a director. This Yash Chopra produced and directed one film called Joshila, which became quite a hit. Devanand never considered himself an old man. Hence, because he was trying to be more active than a young man and wanted to be cast as a main lead in all his productions and films, he was called Evergreen Hero. Devanand was a hero of all his films, including the one that he made last a few days before his own demise. Devanand was extraordinarily talented, intelligent, and handsome, and he liked to be called a romantic hero. Such was his influence on the film industry that several artists from the film industry, as well as Casanovas from the society, tried to ape him in their style to attract girls who were head over heels in love with Dev Anand. Dev Anand made several films and he influenced the film industry in such a way that he will remain a star in the film industry of India, well known internationally for ages to come. Dev Anand ultimately died when age and ill health caught up with him. All his life, he had been suffering from migraine, a type of pain that happens in the brain of a human being. Besides that, he had several other ailments like stomach ulcer and other such things. At the age of 87 or 88, he went to England for a medical checkup and after the checkup quietly passed away in a hotel called Mayfair in London. He was cremated in England and his ashes, as per his own wish, were scattered in the river Godavari in Andhra Pradesh, the state of Andhra Pradesh in South India. Devanand showed to the world that a mortal can achieve anything, anytime, and anything which is impossible, provided he is dedicated to that particular field and he falls in love with his work or his assignment head over heels. Devanand never distracted himself from his assignment and concentrated only on his assignment of filmmaking. He never tried to fall in love with other girls or to waste his money, time, and energy on frivolous pursuits. As a result of this, he made around 40 films as a producer and a director, most of whose stories were written by him. Of the 40, at least 20 to 25 became hit movies, and at least 10 among them became milestones in the film industry of India. So much so that Dev Anand and his films are a part of academics of the Pune Film Institute in India, and students are taught Devanand's style of filmmaking even today. Several actors have benefited from Devanand and his style of filmmaking. One of such successful film directors is called Sriram Raghavan, who was so fond of Devanand that he titled his first film as Johnny Gaddar on the name of Johnny Mera Naam, a film that Devanand had made in the early 1970s. Devanand is one person who has to be emulated to know how to achieve the impossible in this world, provided you have the intelligence, the capacity, determination, hard work, and the willingness to succeed in whatever you do and have a focus on your assignment with complete concentration. Devanand has shown to everyone that he has to be taken as a hero or a role model to achieve whatever assignment you have in your hand. It is high time that you and I start to inch towards the 25% bracket in the society which has realized by now that we have all come here for an assignment, whether material or spiritual. As I have mentioned before, a person achieves spiritual status only after dwelling in the material status for quite some time. Only a lucky 5% are totally interested in spiritualism and try to become monks, saints, rishis, maharishis, etc. These people are so focused towards becoming spiritual that They spend their 25 out of 24 hours in a day thinking only about this. The ultimate aim of a living entity is to get self realized, then get liberated from this re- continuous chain of repeated births and deaths, and finally get delivered to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. We must all take a leaf out of the life story of Devanand to understand how this particular purpose can be achieved even by ordinary mortals like us sooner or later. Only when we develop this quality of total focus and involvement into an assignment in the material world can we go spiritual after some time or after some lifetimes. This is what I wanted to tell all of you in this particular video. Kindly let me know what you think of my talk on this particular case history. Please give me your own expert opinions, thoughts, views, and ideas so that I may blend everything together for the sake of this society. Before concluding, let me remind you that I am also a published author with Amazon Kindle and paperback. I write on spiritualism, fiction, and assorted subjects. Spiritualism happens to be my favorite subject. Till we meet in my next video, it is good morning from TSV Raghavan.